Now, where we find senior reporter Aviwe Mtila, who's been tracking the situation from that side. Aviwe, the last time you gave us an update, you were talking to Xolisi Khaya, who is the special advisor to the Premier of Gauteng, and he was saying, and I noted this down, quote unquote, we do not have enough police. And the result is that infrastructure damage is visible. You can see it in various parts, but also not only infrastructure damage, loss of life as well. We've just seen from Pietermaritzburg's side the deployment of the SANDF in Pietermaritzburg, in the CBD at least. One gets a sense that sooner or later we'll have government making it official and speaking and then giving us the extent to which the SANDF will be deployed in various parts of the country. But where you are, what is the situation like at this moment without having heard that particular official announcement?
Not enough police was the utterances of the special advisor to the Premier, and it's quite evident as you move from one shopping centre to the next. I'm at Cambridge Foods now, where some 10 minutes ago, hundreds of community members of Force Loris were leaving, running out here with boxes of groceries in their hand. You can see those boxes, even some of them littered on the ground as we speak. And of course, following that, there were rubber bullets shot towards them, and about 2 of them got apprehended here. But just to get more insight, Pratula, I'm bringing in the acting mayor of Ekurhuleni, Lesiba Mpya. Thank you for joining us at eNCA, but it seems like you can't contain this situation.
Thank you for the opportunity. Look, we've been up since early hours of the morning trying to quell the situation. Police are on site trying and doing their best, I must say. Under the circumstances, because these incidences are sporadic, as they quell the situation here, another springs up in another area. So we're here as a city. I'm here in my capacity as a community leader to engage other community leaders to take control of the situation as the community, because these are the very centers of township economy that we cannot allow them to be destroyed. Yes, we must also emphasize the constitutional right of people to protest, but that it can't substitute into a right to destroy. What we're seeing here is devastating. It's unfortunate. We want to appeal to our people to calm down. We want the situation to really calm down so that we can be able to move forward as a society.
Clearly, these aren't protests anymore, but criminal elements and riots of the looting that we're seeing going on. There are also reports of the community members having live ammunition. What are you doing then as Ekurhuleni in terms of curbing those live ammunition, for example, and the deaths that have been reported?
Look, for the longest of time, we have been disarming criminals. It's an indication that says that, there is still, weapons out there, and we really need to take control of the situation. But we can also say that as the city, we have specialized units that are on site, that are ensuring that facilities are protected, our people are protected. It's unfortunate that people are firing back. We've got incidents where people have lost life, people are injured, including our police officers. And we are responding to the situation in the best way we can.
Seemingly those special units are failing, given that the 5 shopping centres that we've visited around this area alone have all been ransacked. Will the SANDF, can you give us an indication if SANDF will be deployed here and how soon?
Well, I don't have jurisdiction over that particular question. I think that will be left to the President of the country. We have jurisdiction over the city, my brother, and I can assure you that what is happening, what has happened overnight, we are quelling it and responding it to the best of our ability. What
is your response then to this situation? What's a practical response given the ransacking that's currently going on?
The practical response is that you are quite right. It might be a genuine cause taken over by a criminal, activity. And we're responding to that particular criminal activity. We're not going to tolerate that. I must also echo the sentiments of the President that he made last night to condemn this criminal element in the best way possible, and to also respond. We have people that we have arrested, as you have seen working with us, that some people who are perpetrators of this particular illegal activity have been arrested, so they are going to be taken to task.
Okay, thank you very much. Lesiba Mpia, the acting mayor of Ekurhuleni, saying that they're doing all they can, but what's happening, of course, around here as the continuing riots, the looting, the criminal elements that we're seeing on the ground here, with many community members leaving with groceries, among other goods that they're literally stealing around these shopping centers that we've been visiting in the majority of the day.
For now, that's Aviwe Mtila out in Vosloorus there, speaking to the acting mayor of Ekurhuleni, of course, with Mzwandile Masina having gone into self-isolation. Let me not take any further than that, because I don't have the details of his medical condition, but something to do with self-isolation and COVID-19. Two important updates happening in the last few minutes while Aviwe was talking to the acting mayor there in Ekurhuleni. The first coming from the South African National Defence Force, confirming what we've just seen on the ground. You heard it here first. Not only heard it here, you saw it here on eNCA first. The soldiers on the ground, then the announcement comes after we've told you that it's happening. The South African National Defence Force issuing a statement in the last few minutes and saying the subject is the South African National Defence Force to deploy soldiers in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal provinces to assist law enforcement agencies. Basically, it says the SANDF has commenced with pre-deployment processes and procedures in line with a request for assistance received from the National Joint Operational and Intelligence Structure, NATJOINTS, to assist law enforcement agencies deployed in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. And then further down in the statement, it says the deployment will commence as soon as all deployment processes are in place. Furthermore, it must be emphasized that the SANDF's deployment objective is to provide safety and a safe working environment for members of the SAPS and other law enforcement agencies while they carry out their constitutionally mandated law and order duties.